At first glance, this looks like it's probably one of the best out of the wave. It's another just gorgeous comic to figure from Mafex. The face sculpt, look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here because we got another beautiful Mafex figure to check out, but I think there might be some issues. So let's dig into this thing and see what's going on. Back of the box, you got some awesome figure shots. Look at her. She's got powers that control things with her powers. I'm so stupid. Side of the box, you got just a basic standing pose. And that one's just, hey, I'm shooting some blasts. Let's open it and see what this thing is. She is beautiful. Look at it. Can you see it? I gotta get this plastic off. We'll be right back. So while me in the past removes all that plastic off of Storm, be sure to head over to Ko-fi. Link is in the description down below. That is where you can become a member with all kinds of benefits and discounts on everything I offer. Go check it out and join us in Discord. All right, her plastic has been removed and I am so all about this thing, and I actually really appreciate the tone, the color difference here in the hair, so it doesn't just match the body. It's not just a basic white color. So the stand that's in the box, you get quite a few good thingies. Whatever. You get this stick thing, which I still don't really know a use case for. You get this piece, which is an alternate claw that can mount onto that pole. I don't know. Feels like we're missing something here. This is like an incomplete setup because the Cyclops one was perfect and it came with a claw that would mount onto this piece, so then you'd have the crotch grabber and then the side mounts, but this is not doing that, so I don't really know what's up with that. Anyway, you get at least these parts, which will make a perfect stand, so you can have a flight stand for your Storm. So let's look at these accessories. You've got some alternate hands in the box, which these are just kind of, hey, I'm controlling the winds, I'm controlling the rains, the storms. I am Storm. And then you got punchies because it is Storm and she's gonna do some X-Men stuff because X-Men do punchies. And you get these, which are again kind of, I mean, just great stance hands. That anything that is like, hey, I'm you know, winds, hear me. And some of these, which is what you're gonna plug your power effects into. Over here, the lightning will plug into these hands, so great to have that. I love it. And these, which are basically the exact same thing without the peg. So if you want one hand or you don't like the effects, you can do that, which is great. Now, on to the effects. You get a left and right of this thing, which is kind of soft, similar to what we've seen with Marvel Legends figures. And this is just like a little base piece that's in there by default, but you take that out, plug it into that hand we looked at, and then you get these, which are molded into the hands. And we've seen something similar to this with, I think, Marvel Legends, but this is a little bit different. So these, they sculpted the hand completely and then placed it inside of this, where the Marvel Legends one gets a little weird, like it's all kind of creepy looking. This looks really, really nice. And these are gloved hands. So this is, I guess, more comic accurate versus cartoon accurate to have gloved hands. Alternate heads, you get this one, which is just stunning. This is like, man, this is something Mondo would do, where it's just an absolutely beautiful representation of a character. Like, this is so freaking good, man. And the hair is perfection. Great sculpt work, great paint work, but man, what a beautiful face. And then you get this one where, hey, you know what? What happens to a toad in a lightning storm or whatever? This is looking so good. Very angry, the brow. I love this. This is such a good looking set. And then you get this one on by default, which again is just a beautiful, beautiful head sculpt. But what's the difference between the two of them? The lips. The lips are the biggest thing. Everything else is pretty much the same. It's just these lips are kind of open a little bit. Anyway, on to the rest of the figure. The sculpt looking good. I mean, it's fine. She's got this kind of suit with the puffy sleeves, which is very kind of 80s looking. I love it. And her shoulder pads are maybe going to be a bit of an issue. I don't know. Doesn't seem like she's going to be one to really articulate like some of the others. Like, she maybe can, but things are going to stop it from happening. But I like this design. It's really, really nice. I'm wondering though, are these supposed to be like thigh-high boots? And that's why this doesn't match? Because this is like a shiny white, and this is kind of? No, this is like a pearlescent, and then I don't know what's going on here. Thigh-high boots, I guess, over top of a white suit, whatever. But much like Jean Grey that we've seen, which is the first I've done out of the Mafex series, is the long, big chunks of hair are gonna stop the articulation from pretty much happening at all. So it'd be really cool to have an alternate head that just gave her an alternate design, maybe from the mohawk or something. That would be pretty sweet. Now this is the best hair sculpt, I think, but it would be nice to have alternatives. So she has butterfly joints going on in there, which is great, and then the sleeve rotation, double elted joy bows. Double jointed elbows. And then the wrist on a ball hinge, which is always great. And then they hid this cloth connection by these gauntlet pieces, bracelets or whatever, looking real nice. So this is a beautiful Storm. And I've always seen it online. I've seen it in person on shelves before. And this is definitely one of the best ways to go. But my issues with this Storm, because I told you I'd have issues, these little wrist pegs are so stupid. Because you have to put this cloth piece on, you're not getting the depth you need for the wrist joints. And it's so easy to untuck. So that's a bit of a problem. So this is one of those figures that I think are gonna be kind of annoying to pose, which I'm not looking forward to. If you're trying to get all this stuff, like the belt, it's gonna keep popping up, and I'm probably gonna have some poses in here that I forgot to pull it back down. But this is, it's beautiful. It comes with a lot of accessories. I love it, but it's gonna be really, really annoying because you're gonna be super limited, and because the wrists are gonna keep popping off, and then you can't really tuck that back in so easily. Anyway, those are my biggest complaints, but she's great. I mean, it's beautiful. This is a flight stand figure for sure, and if you don't have your Storm on a flight stand, what are you doing? Huh? Explain to me down in the comments what it is, why you would not have your Storm on a flight stand. Hello? So hair is definitely a problem for posing. If you wanted to look to the left, this is definitely a problem. She can kind of look to the right a little bit, her right. I think an alternate head or like hair that looked like it was in the air, like floating up, would look really, really cool, because then you have this, like, the storm is brewing around her or whatever, winds are blowing. That would be really, really cool. But it's beautiful, I love it. So the main question for this whole video is she worth it? And yes, if you can get the Japanese pricing of like $50 to $60 or something. But over $100 is kind of wild, and I don't think it's really worth it. The only one that I really felt was worth $100 was Gambit. So check out that video if you haven't. In 2020, the retail price was $149.99. What is it going for today?
I'm gonna say $349.
I'm gonna say, if I can write. Oh, this looks fucking horrible. Sorry, I need the cursor.
All right.
$260.
$260 versus $349. He's writing a story. Chapter 1, Moscato Bot.